And we have Paul and Storm calling in any minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it is 6 p.m., so I should go talk to Ash.
I'll remind you that there is a challenge for Paul to sing "This Is Why I'm Paul." So, you know, like, if you want to put that out there to them.
For
Yeah.
how much?
I don't know, it was like $30.
Nice.
We're busking. Other people could chip in. The Cthulhu head is up for auction at 7:30. I made it. It's Leonard, the not quite elder god.
Our mic's definitely on now. Okay, good. Except now we got to take him back down because I believe we have a call.
Woo!
Caller number 9, you're on the air, live at Desert Bus. Nope. Well, we tried.
Caller number 8 the whole time.
We're all confused here now. How are you? All right, engineering is gonna.
Engineering is engineering a thing. They're working on it. Whoa!
Those are some noises.
Crumpled paper?
Tim Tam.
Sounds delicious.
Very good.
Now I want Tim Tams. Hey, Storm, how's it going?
Welcome.
Hey, how are you going? I'm good.
That's good to hear.
I'm good to say.
Thanks for joining us. I think we have everything working now.
Oh, sure. I'm not on right now, am I?
Oh yes, you're live. Hello.
All right. That's what I was counting on.
Good. 1 second. I'm just trying to pull up the thread from the blog. Right, there we go. Guest call-in, Paul and Storm. Well, we have and Storm, which is strict value right there. How are you finding yourself today?
Doing pretty good. Chilling out. It's a little later over here. Oh, sorry. I should probably turn off the website at this point. Yes, that's better.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing probably everything 20 seconds behind.
Yeah, it was like traveling to the past in lockstep fashion. It was horrible.
One moment.
The past is a
Sorry.
scary place.
Someone
if
was
you go to
giving
the
me-
past, we have more busing ahead of us.
Someone was giving me rabbit ears. Sorry. So I'm just trying to remember now. We've had you or one or other or both of you call in nearly every year now, haven't we?
It's been at least 20 years
Yeah.
since we started doing this.
It feels like it's been about 20 years since we started doing Desert Bus. Like no,
Exactly.
this year. It feels like we have. We were talking about it earlier today. This is around about the time when we all start hitting massive Desert Bus time dilation, where
Yep.
it feels like we only started, earlier today, and at the same time, it feels like Desert Bus is the only thing we've ever done in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem like a very Zen activity that not necessarily might not feel like the good Zen in the middle of it. But my gosh, $350,000. I remember back in 1962 when we first started coming on Desert Bus with you guys. It was like, crossing the $100 mark was pretty special.
We were all so young then.
Yes, we were, and entirely different people.
Yeah. Quite possibly not
Yeah.
alive. It was a different time. What? Hello, Bus, my old friend. Yes, indeed. So we have a blog post with some questions that I'm going to ask you from our viewers. But I guess my first question should be: do we have a Paul this year, or are we running Storm solo?
I know he is entirely aware. Let me contact him here and make sure that he's all right. And firing away an email with no content, just with the header Desert Bus. That should give him the clue. Really enjoyed your rendition of Danger Zone. That was electrifying.
That was we were definitely making
intense.
full use of the device, which we decided to make Desert Bus more difficult for ourselves this year.
Because we're smart people that way.
It's been so easy in the past. You can't let yourself get lazy. That's the key.
It's
Yeah.
important to give yourself new challenges.
What's the one? Is it Veer? I think it was James that you said is actually really stressful to play.
Yeah, because you actually have to pay attention.
You actually have to pay attention. Yeah.
Wow. So you're actually using the harder features. That is impressive.
Well, there's 9 additional modes we can enable, 2 of which are beneficial, 2 of which are generally neutral if irritating, and the other ones are actively working against the driver.
Various levels of horror.
Gotcha. Like Boston driving levels of stuff.
I've never driven there, but it probably gets up there.
Okay. It's kind of an East Coast reference thing, but yes, it's pretty horrible. Here.
That'll be the second Colin we've had making very specific jokes about driving in Boston.
Honestly, like I live in the Washington D.C. area, which is pretty bad, but yeah, worst. I can't say in the world. I haven't been everywhere in the world, but Boston takes the cake for this country, the United States, that is. Don't know about Canada. Is there a famously bad Canadian city for driving?
Vancouver. Oh, Montreal. Oh, okay. Montreal, apparently.
Noted.
All right.
Stay away from Montreal. Got it. Paul says he's here.
Yeah, so it sounds like what we're going to have to do is take the call, or maybe just invite him to the call. I was going to say take it offline and then start a new one, but it looks like we can just...
Oh.
Woo!
Do we have...
Hello?
Hello.
We have
Oh.
the technology.
Wow. Seamless.
Hey, here I am.
It's like
Although,
we're
am I
living-
still here?
It's-
Yes.
yes, you
Yeah,
are.
you're still here.
It's like
There
we're
you
living in
are.
the future.
Darn
This
it.
is
Despite my
phenomenal.
best efforts.
Hooray!
I didn't know you could do 3-way video calls in Skype. Fantastic.
Sweet.
Oh, you can. Just who's hosting this? You guys?
I think.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, I called them.
Oh,
so
then I guess you're hosting.
it could be I have Skype superpowers or something.
Let's just forget all the questions and talk about Skype. I'm
Please,
honestly...
can I just bitch about Skype for the next 40 minutes?
God,
This one time I
Could
was
we?
using Skype and like I forgot it was on and I went in the shower and oh my god, like the world saw me naked.
By the way, this was a great choice on my part to be wearing a black shirt while I'm sitting in my black chair, so it looks like my shoulders are up to my earlobes. I sit just like this.
So your
I
answer.
look like a football player or the Hulk or something.
So your answer
looks
to
like
all of
we're-
our question is, ooh.
I look just like the Hulk is what I look like.
in
So anyway, I was listening in while we were trying to get the call put together. You say you have some questions for us. Let's get right to the questions.
that sounds
Yeah, I wanna answer
fantastic.
questions.
All right then. This is a question we've been asking everyone this year. What is your funniest or strangest family tradition? As is tradition.
Ooh,
Huh.
that is a very good question.
Because it's relevant to sort of the now, that Thanksgiving is coming up next week here, and we've sort of abandoned the traditional turkey for pot stickers.
God, I
Like-
wish I was going to your Thanksgiving.
That sounds
Oh,
great.
we'll make some. Yeah. So that's not. It's a little quirky. Just one year we made them for appetizers and just ate so many that the turkey just ended up going to the cats. So
Happy
that was
cats.
it. They were and continue to be. They're still feasting on that turkey to this day.
Yeah, it's a 40-pound turkey, and now you have two 20-pound cats. We're not much for family tradition. Is sarcasm considered a family tradition? Because we're really good at that. Like we generally express our love in our household via sarcasm, as Storm will attest because he's been to my house before. Yeah, we don't have anything really that funky or quirky.
What,
Unfortunately, I'm not interesting.
What if
I
you-
don't like these questions.
what if you had to invent one?
Every year we have a handstand race, or we have a race on our hands down the stairs.
Oh, and you're totally ragging on each other the whole time.
Yeah, and we're shoving
Like-
each other over because there's
Yeah.
4 of us plus the 2 dogs.
It's like upside down Mario Kart.
It is, and basically whoever gets to the bottom first and with the least injuries wins.
That
They get the
sounds-
first. They get the first Thanksgiving pot sticker.
Do the dogs have an advantage on this, or
Well, they're not actually participating. They're really more of an impediment or an obstacle to be overcome, as is their general role in the household anyway.
Nice.
They just sort of wander around, be in the way, and fart randomly, which is pretty much any dog's job description for the most part.
How was you guys were at PAX Australia? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
my internal clock kind of still is.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't have clocks. Whoa! You have a tube of Vegemite.
Whoa.
I sure do.
Don't touch that. It's concentrated evil.
It's really good. It is really
Oh
good.
God, he's mainlining it.
Wow.
He's been converted.
Raw,
I'm telling you.
uncut Vegemite.
Why don't you get a taste for it? It's full of B vitamins, as you can see,
For vitality.
for vitality.
Right.
You see how vital I am? It's because of the B vitamins,
Which
especially
apparently
my mouth.
B vitamins are what turn things yellow. Apparently.
They are. These jars,
That-
they ship blue.
Yeah.
And once they fill them, that's how they know they're full, is they're completely yellow. This is not a paid sponsorship, by the way. I had to buy this in the airport in Melbourne.
What, I guess the question was, what's your best story about PAX Australia? But I feel like we already know yours.
Yeah, you're looking at it there, right there.
No, I would say we got to meet and perform with some guys who we've been fans of for a long time. That was pretty exciting.
You're not going to say who they were. You're just going to leave it a mystery.
Well, I was gonna let you jump in on it
Oh,
real
I see.
smooth. Like these guys, wow,
it's like-
they're like all zam with their chatter.
Cool segue on my
Yeah,
part. Thanks.
yeah.
I did not pick up on the cue. Anyway, yeah, there's a trio called Tripod, who actually are out of Melbourne. They're a comedy music trio with sort of a nerdy bent as well, and we've been fans of theirs for a long time. And the last time they were in the States was 2009, and I remember whatever show they were doing, we had to miss it for some reason. So we finally got to meet them and be on the same stage as them, and that was super cool.
And it was PAX, which
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't surprising that if we had been drugged at our home airports and entirely unconscious, placed down in the middle of the convention center, and then revitalized right there on the spot. It could have been Prime. It could have been Boston. It just had that PAX feeling.
It was basically PAX with slightly funnier accents, because when we do Seattle, you guys are there, so it's got that whole boot thing happening.
We do our
when we
best.
do Boston, it's got that dumb Boston accent that people from dumb Boston have. So Melbourne, there was just a lot. I'm getting punchy tonight. So
No, Boston's taking it on the chin.
Yeah,
already.
I'm taking it to people. I'm taking no prisoners tonight. No, but Australia had those cool, funny Australian accents that they had. That's the thing. Like, the first day we were just sort of walking around town down there, and you would just walk past people on the street and you'd hear them talking, and my brain would be like, listen to those foreign accents. And it took me a while to realize, no, I am the foreigner in this situation, and those are in fact just the way they're talking here. And it took me a while to readjust because I am a dumb American.
You were getting much love from the chat from Australians for correctly pronouncing the city that starts with M that now I don't want to say in case I somehow mess it up.
Melbourne.
Milliborns.
It's not so hard. Melbourne.
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 Yeah.
It's just outside of
Melbourne.
It's just outside of. Now that's a knife.
Ah.
Oh,
Southwest
now
of
they've
there.
all turned on us. Guaranteed.
I'm looking in the chat now. They're just all talking about how Boston is dumb. I love it. I've started the thing. I want that to be a new tradition. That's our family tradition. Is we spend the evening of November 18th talking about how dumb Boston is.
The fine city of dumb Boston.
Yes.
Yeah. We got Tim Tams. Tim Tams,
A
and that was
value
pretty
pack,
great
no
too.
less.
Yeah. I brought visual aids.
We're very
Well
lucky.
A bunch
done.
of things.
Well done.
You're like a film strip. We got many fine snacks down in Melbourne. Boop. Storm got a bag of Tim Tams.
We're very lucky here in Victoria because we have so many Commonwealth expats that we can just go buy Tim Tams.
Oh, lucky. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, my cat is eating the Tim Tams.
No. Tim Tam Slam,
Put
not
the
for
camera
kiddies.
down. Let me see that.
Oh,
That's what people want to see. Show us the cat eating the Tim Tams. Ow!
Aw.
yeah, this is Squash. He likes Tim Tams.
Now, is he the cat that's the asshole?
No, he's cool.
Okay.
Is there a
Check.
different cat that is a butthole?
Whoops. I cannot hear you. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, you just
Yeah, it's the cat.
you shook up the digits there for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm shaking up those digits.
So yeah, that's not an obnoxious sound at all, Storm.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
you
That's
don't
good
like that?
radio.
Crinkle the cellophane a little more in front of the mic.
Do you have any
I
of those?
can't hear it.
Do you have any of those super loud bags of sun chips around you could crinkle? That'd be good.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
just a second.
Well, he's getting that. I will show off my PAX Australia badge.
Must.
I was a muss while I was down there, so that makes me cool.
I haven't seen must badges before. Was that a new innovation for Australia?
I think so. For
We had
Mus-
them. We had them at
musicians.
Prime. We had them at Prime.
Oh yeah.
For people they don't quite want to make VIPs, but want to
Right.
have certain privileges. So
Yeah,
it
yeah, we're-
works out.
we're not that important, but we still need to get backstage.
Hmm.
Is that like the one that gives you permission to just sing in the bathroom at random? Break
Well, we
into
take
song?
that. We've been doing that
Oh.
for years in all settings.
Yeah, you're allowed
You
to.
don't wait for
you're allowed to
authority.
sing at any point in PAX.
That's
if you're
because
a,
it's
if you're a
because
must.
we have vitality. Vitality.
I would just like to state for the record that Storm does not speak for the Paul and Storm organization regarding Vegemite or the enjoyment thereof.
The Amazing Hobo says this is the weirdest AMSR video ever. Sorry, ASMR. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, hey, here's another question from the blog. Is there any chance of your podcast, Paul and Storm talk about some stuff for 5 to 10 minutes on average, coming back? The asker says, I started listening to it way back when episode 2 came out in 2008, and I would love to see it come back.
Maybe.
You never know. We've been busy working on trying to fulfill our never-ending Kickstarter
Yeah.
for quite some time,
So
and doing cruises and such.
I hear that.
We would start at like a Patreon for it, except like we'd piss off everybody who we still haven't delivered for on the Kickstarter. So
Yes. That is officially coming, by the way, for any of our Kickstarter backers who are listening. We actually just one of the things that we're working on for it is we're doing an animated holiday musical special with the Mike and Matt Chapman, the guys that do Homestar Runner, and we just delivered a whole bunch of audio for that.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
That is coming very soon. This coming this holiday season.
Hmm.
That was actually a question as well, was now that Homestar is updating again, would you ever work with those guys again? And there we go. Question answered.
There's your answer.
Yeah.
We were working with them before it was even back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
No,
those who are not aware of your previous collaboration, you want to just briefly explain?
Sure. Was that a nod to me to take the start?
To either of you.
Sure.
I don't-
Okay, no,
I don't want-
I
I-
saw Storm
I'll
nod.
listen.
I think I know. I don't wanna- I don't wanna mess it up.
I'll give you that big transition, Storm.
Yeah.
So way back when, in the early days of the internet, long story short, we kind of tracked down the brothers Chaps very early in the Homestar Runner days and struck up a friendship with them. And a while later, we actually ended up. They started doing sort of an old-timey version of the Homestar Runner characters, and another band had done a rap song for the cheat, and we figured we would offer to do an old-timey version of the cheat theme song, and they jumped at it. They were all excited about it, and we sort of put a thing together. I still can't believe we did it on the sort of rudimentary technology that we had. We were literally singing to give it that old-timey sound. We were singing through a Christmas wrapping cardboard tube, like a 3-foot cardboard tube, to give it that singing through a megaphone sound. That was old school, low tech.
And this is the Ballad of the Sneak. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty much the first Paul and Storm as a duo jam, so to speak. We wrote and recorded that as a demo, planning to do it up. We were in a band previously called Da Vinci's Notebook at the time, a cappella band, and we were planning to redo it with the full Da Vinci's Notebook, and we sent them the demo and they were like, "This is great.
Mm.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Let's use this."
Sweet.
Yeah, so that was nice. Sorry, I never actually gave you the segue there, Storm.
No, you did great.
You can answer the whole next question.
Okay, it's for this one's for Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a question here. Hey, has Storm nuked himself in Civ 5 again?
That would be from our one of our primary helpers in Australia. Yeah, we spent a lot of time. I did gaming in the down times at the booth, and indeed, I did nuke myself in Civ 5. No, I'm not usually so distracted. Usually, I have a laser-like focus, and I'm not concerned with such things
Did
as
you
other
actually
people.
accidentally nuke yourself, or was it sort of a last resort thing because there was an army marching on your city or something, or you just
No, it
clicked
was
in the wrong place and nuked your own city?
Well, I think I was trying to transfer the bomb, and I was distracted, and maybe I hit the nuke button and put it on top of my city. I might have done that.
You transferred it very aggressively.
Nukes were launched.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, exactly.
Lessons were learned.
You are blowing minds in the chat. There's a bunch of people who had no idea that you guys were in Da Vinci's Notebook.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. We get that a lot. It has been a while at this point. So I guess the new generation who didn't see us in Da Vinci's Notebook but were familiar with them are now learning. Kind of like when you show your kids old episodes of Blue's Clues or something. You, that being just sort of a general collective you. I don't know that any of you have kids.
Yeah.
For all you kids who are into Wings so much,
Yeah.
show you that Paul McCartney was in the Beatles, and it just blows your mind.
What?
No.
That's not. I don't
It's
believe
true.
you.
It's true.
Crazy talk.
I know, it's nuts. They sang Satisfaction, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Satisfaction and Mr. Blue Sky and
Yep.
Wanna do that?
Yep. And Wang, Everybody Have Fun, Wang Chung song.
Mr.
That was
Roboto.
them.
That was a big hit for them, Mr. Roboto.
Yep. Hit Me Baby One More Time. That was theirs. And seasons 1 through 5, all of them of The Wire. That was the Beatles.
Yes.
That's some of their best work, really.
Oh yeah.
What's all that cackling in the background there on the couch?
People are just
Don't worry about it.
fans.
Don't worry.
Fans of the Beatles.
Yeah. And The Wire.
Yeah. Hey, as you'll know from previous years, because of course, as we mentioned, you've been calling in for 30 to 40 years worth of Desert Bus. We have things that we collect. We've done the what was it, $5 facts, $6 secrets, things like that. This year it's $8 eats. Could you give us a recipe?
Oh, sure.
Some
yeah,
sort of simple
lots
food
them.
recipe?
You give them your guacamole recipe.
Sure. Gosh, now I wish I had avocados. I could actually make it.
You would just stand there. That would be some compelling television.
Paul, let me see if I can make something here. I'm in the kitchen right now.
Are you just going to throw some random things into a pot?
Yeah, I'm gonna make something.
Yeah, we're going to have a bottle of olive oil and a lime and a quarter cup of milk and a pickle.
Let's do this like Iron Chef. You tell me what I should cook.
Today's secret ingredient is whatever is in the growler at the back of that top shelf.
I'm gonna teach you how to make pickles and peanut butter. All right.
Oh gosh.
Here's how it works.
Oh, dear Lord.
You take one Clausen pickle. Whoa. All right. So you have your Clausen pickles, right? Very
Yeah.
important you get the type that comes in a jar. If it's not in a jar, you don't want it.
You don't
all
want
right?
free-range pickles.
No, don't mess with those. They call them organic and they're not, and they will kill you.
You don't know where
All
that
right.
brine has been.
Okay, cutting board, critical. Do not attempt to cut your jar pickles on your hand.
Also,
don't do it.
do not use the cutting board to attempt to cut a pickle or anything else.
Open the jar. Extract a pickle. Oh, this one's great. See how it looks like a little dude? They're better. They're always better.
Give us a close-up of the pickle dude.
So he's like a little. Hey, you know what would make me even better? Peanut butter. Okay, so you got your pickle dude. Find a knife, not too sharp, because you'll cut yourself.
Get the knife that's shaped like a spoon.
I don't have a knife shaped like a spoon.
Then get a spoon and try and use it as a knife.
Recently sharpened.
Woo!
All right. Make sure it's sharp because jar pickles will fight back. Okay. Here. Here's your pickle, right? There's the front. There's the back. What I want you to do.
You're going to the anterior side of the pickle? Is that the proper entry area?
Is this the
Well-
is this the thorax?
Yeah.
Yes. If there are children watching you, you may want to have them go away right now because sometimes it gets a little ugly and they scream. All right.
Be sure to curl your holding fingers in the proper cutting style so it's
Always.
not cut off the tips.
Note the curled fingers.
Yeah.
And
we don't need any live injuries.
look
oh
at that.
my God, pickle guts.
Look at that. This is what a little dude pickle looks like when you cut him open. All right. So we've got that part covered. Next is the peanut butter. You can use any peanut butter. Again, preferably in a jar just to keep things matchy-matchy.
As opposed to a bag of peanut butter.
Well, you laugh. But
I
the bag peanut butter company might not think that was so
I
funny.
often buy my peanut butter in 20-gallon burlap sacks. I save.
Butter knife. Okay?
Is that a peanut butter knife?
It is a peanut butter knife. You can tell because there's a little frieze of peanuts on the side. It's probably too fine a picture for you to tell, but these are peanuts. Peanuts.
I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Yes. So take 1/2 dude's worth of peanut butter, about that much, right?
How many
right?
how many guys in a dude?
2.5 guys and a dude. All right, and you want to apply this as evenly as possible.
You're just dragging it around on the pickle.
You do what you have to
Do
when
you-
dealing with jar pickles.
Do you swipe in a north-south direction?
It depends on the season. Right
Does-
now in Arlington, Virginia, it's important to do it indoors, and it doesn't matter what direction. And in the summertime, it's much more specific. than that.
Although when you're down in Melbourne, you have to spread it in the opposite direction.
Well, you would cut it transversely instead. All right.
According to
You
the
have
chat,
your-
one dude is 2.5 guys.
I had it as 2.2, but that might be a metric thing. I'm not
Right.
sure.
That's true, an odd conversion.
All right. So you have the 1/2 dude that has been slathered in peanut butter, the 1/2 that does not. Here's the catch.
Uh-oh.
Peanut butter and pickle,
Cumin. Tell me it's cumin. Cumin!
sesame seeds, right?
Ah.
Right?
Ah.
When have you ever eaten peanut butter when there wasn't sesame seeds? So just put a little bit right on top, like that. Put the top on.
Oh, it's a sandwich.
Now you are free to enjoy. That's good pickle. Jar pickle.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So are we auctioning off the remainder of that pickle sandwich?
No, I'm eating it.
I don't think we're remotely allowed to ship that.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So aren't you glad you had us call in?
I am. That's the first time we've had a live cooking show on Desert Bus.
The sesame seeds are what puts it over the top.
I can imagine.
It kind of gives the Desert Bus sort of a multimedia experience, because what Storm smells like right now is pretty much what people towards the back of a bus generally will smell like when you're riding from Los Angeles to Las Vegas.
There's so many different senses going on right now.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
That was a delight, Storm. Thank you.
That was unique.
Yeah. We're just gonna write down, because we've been keeping track of it all in a little book. I'm just gonna write down go to the video.
Yep. That's the best way to learn, by watching and doing.
Yeah, from the master.
Yeah, it's like dude-based cooking.
Do we?
Everything in my kitchen is shaped like a dude, by the way. That's The only way we buy food.
So two things from the chat real quick before we let you go. One, was that a sweet pickle or a dill pickle?
It was a dill pickle, garlic dill pickle.
Okay. And two, do you have a name for that beyond pickle and peanut butter?
Dude pickle sandwich.
Dude pickle sandwich. All right.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's delicious.
It's delightful. It's sweeping the nation.
It is now.
Several nations. It's sweeping internationally.
It is also full of vitality, even though it is not.
Oh, that was what you
On the
should have.
label.
You should have put the Vegemite on that. The rest of that pickle peanut butter sandwich.
I thought about it. I thought about it.
Even you have your limits. Is that what you're saying?
I like it straight.
You like the dude pickle sandwich
Yeah.
in the traditional preparation. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, you
Eastern European fashion.
yeah, you at home can try your own DPS and let us know what you thought.
That doesn't sound vaguely dirty.
Only a little. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. I guess we'll let you go.
Sure.
I don't think
How
we
you
can
doing there,
top
Tally?
that.
What's your what are you at? Like 345 or so? I'm not looking at the video right now.
Yeah, we just got over 350,000. We're at 351,621.
Oh, awesome.
Doing
Right.
pretty well.
I meant, did you have like 345 or so left in your shift? Like 3 hours, 45
Yeah.
minutes or so?
Yeah,
or-
that's right. So, you guys are taking it to the next level here because the end of a shift is always supposed to get a bit surreal. So I appreciate the help with that. Definitely.
Sure, none of that happened. I didn't actually make a dude pickle sandwich.
No, you can't mess with drivers'
Oh,
minds
no.
like that.
I'm sorry. I'm
All
sorry. It didn't
CGI.
happen.
You'll crash the bus. If
I'm not-
If you
I'm-
shatter reality. You're gonna
No.
I'm honestly not ready to accept that we might be experiencing group hallucinations yet. Because it's totally believable is what I'm saying.
Really. How many? How often do you get the bug splat?
Well, that depends
How
on how often you
how-
crash.
Well,
Oh, is
it
that
happens.
Part of crashing?
It happens
No.
once every 8-hour run.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is assuming no crashes. Once every trip between cities, it will happen, and it's usually at around the 5-hour mark.
I think so, yeah. It's just over halfway through.
Yeah.
So I got one this morning, but then I crashed. Well, other people crashed.
There was a series of crashes.
And did you catch we DDR'd Desert Bus? So that was exciting, but there was a learning curve on that.
Yeah, we hooked up a DDR dance pad and steered the bus that way, and it. Let me tell you, it was surprisingly effective up until the point where the whole thing failed.
Better exercise.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. Now, does the bug remain on the windshield for the next? Like, if you go a full 8-hour run without crashing,
Yeah.
does the bug stay there for the next leg, or
No.
until you
It-
crash, or just
It
you
gets-
get one and then it cleans
It gets
off?
wiped off when you reach Vegas or Tucson, depending on which leg of the trip you're on. Presumably, in that 30 seconds you're in the city, they give your bus a quick wipe down. They clean it off. So then you get a new bug splat.
But it happens at night as well, so nocturnal bugs too.
Yes.
Oh, sure. Okay, it's good to know. I'm just getting some desert bus trivia and minutiae here. I like to appreciate the finer points.
If anyone's figured it out, it's going to be us at this point.
There is
no
an
one else
easy-
has played this game this much for
Yes.
good reason.
There is an easy way to learn all this, Paul. You could come here and just try actually driving the desert bus.
Sure, I'll be right over.
Sounds great.
It's such fun.
Well,
Have you ever had anyone remotely drive?
no.
No, but we may have that technology
Weird.
one day.
There was not to overstay our welcome
No,
here,
no.
but long ago, I'm talking when Storm and I were 10, 9 years old and such. Back in the days of 3 or 4 TV channels, those olden days, there was a station in New York, WPIX. And on weekday afternoons, they would show, cartoons and Gilligan's Island and whatever. And in between, they would have a video challenge where they would hook up, I think it was an Intellivision or something. There was some sort of game where there was a target centered on the screen, and little alien ships would sort of float by and every so often float through the target. The idea being you hit the button at the right time, it would shoot lasers and hit the ship. And they would have a thing where you'd send in your postcard or whatever with your phone number, and they would pick a kid and they would call him. So the kid would be on the phone, and the way he would trigger, quote unquote, the lasers Or they'd get 30 seconds to play this game. If they hit however many alien ships, they'd win a prize. And the way they would trigger the laser, so to speak, was the kid would say "Pix," because that was the TV station, Channel 9 Pix, to trigger the laser. And so what I imagine actually was going on was there was just some old dumb stagehand with the phone up to his ear with his hand on the controller. And whenever the kid said "Pix," the dude would just press the button. But we liked to imagine it was some fancy setup with some weird audio trigger. But the smart kids, this is important because this applies to Desert Bus. The smart kids that would call in, especially when they couldn't see the TV from where their phone was, because phones used to be tied to the wall, and you could only get as far as the cord would stretch.
What? Sometimes
you wouldn't be able to see the TV. So kids in that situation, as soon as the timer started, would just start screaming, "Pix, pix, 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 pix," for 30 straight seconds. And the thing would just randomly shoot, and they would often be as effective as any kid trying to actually hit the target properly.
See, that's some old school, awesome viral marketing that is still reaching us today. That's amazing.
I would suggest someone search YouTube. I have not done so, but I would like to. I would be willing to bet, like the Pix video game challenge or whatever it was. There's probably some footage.
Apparently, WPix is still around and is a CW affiliate.
Wow.
Is it? Well, that figures. But I highly recommend it. It was a spectator sport at the time. It would be in between like Gilligan's Island and the Looney Tunes. You'd have 2 minutes of watching a kid try and win a prize and fail.
Oh, I found it. It's
you did?
Yeah. It's the... Yeah. Wow, that's horrible.
Well, we don't... I don't want to make any promises, but, maybe it's something we can look into for Desert Bus 9.
Yeah. Be like, bus.
Yeah, exactly.
Bus.
Like
For like 8 hours.
Yeah, I think you should have
8
something. Whenever
hours.
somebody says bus, that's when you veer the bus to one side or the other.
Voice control?
He was. It's one of many options.
Our tech will get right on it.
Diplomatically put. That is the thing that we could do.
Well, it's our tech was just happened to be walking through the room doing something else, and he was like, "They want voice control."
I think
demand voice control.
How friggin' hard is that?
I think engineering is going to just start saying it's nice to want things.
Thanks, engineering.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How much longer do you have to go on this?
If there are no further increases from now, it will be another 45 hours.
Something.
Wow.
We're at least partway into Paul's shift.
But
so.
I feel like we're gonna
I think
have another
people
couple
may
hours
keep donating a little bit.
tacked on top of that.
Do you think I could drive to you in 45
Yeah.
hours? If I drove straight at 85 miles an hour from the east coast of the U.S.,
Yeah. Yeah, if you didn't sleep.
is that doable, I wonder?
Yes.
Not that I'm going to do it. It's just a thought exercise.
In theory.
I think it's possible, yeah.
What city are you in?
Victoria, BC. The trick is going to be the ferry.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Well, no, I have a hydro.
Oh, then you're fine.
Helicopter.
Then you're sweet. You don't even need to worry about roads at that point.
Yeah.
Pulling up directions right now, and to get to Victoria, BC, Canada, driving directions is 47 hours. 44 hours without traffic.
There you go. Perfect.
Wow.
Just hit all the greens and you'll be fine.
Head on over.
Yep. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Sweet.
We'll set some coffee out
The
for
seat
you.
will be warm for you. I guarantee it.
I'll be there just in time for it all to end, and then I turn around and drive back home.
No.
Great.
Sounds great. All right, guys. Thank you so much for calling us.
Thanks for having us, you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye, Desert Bus.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness me.